Let's go back to late antiquity, to the second half of the 5th century to be exact. The Roman Empire was in its death throes. Barbarian peoples were on its doorstep, while others had already smashed through its walls and forced their way in. Among these peoples are the Franks, a federation of Germanic tribes living along the Rhine who have taken the name the Free, the Brave. Unlike other barbarian peoples, the Franks had been neighbors of the Romans since the 1st century BC. Living on the banks of the Limes, which is an open frontier for anyone without warlike intentions, the Franks gradually became Romanized over the centuries. Many of them joined the Roman legions and made a career of it. What's more, faced with the massive depopulation of the provinces bordering the Rhine, the empire, as in the case of Julian the Apostate, invited the Germanic peoples, including the Franks, to settle there with the status of federati. Submissive to the empire, they preserved their traditions, customs, and laws. As a result, 2 Frankish kingdoms came into being: the kingdom of the Salian Franks in the north in Toxandria, and the kingdom of the Riparian Franks along the Rhine. Each of these kingdoms had its own laws. The Salic law is the best known because it had an impact on the male succession of the kings of Belgium until it was repealed in 1991. The law of the Franks Ripuaires, meanwhile, was in use until the 9th century, and even the 10th century in some regions. Certain principles of this law were passed on to customary law, in particular to the custom of Limburg. There was, for example, a practice that may seem surprising today, that of negative proof. This procedure, mainly used in financial matters, allowed a debtor to clear himself of a debt, even if the creditor had written proof, simply by swearing an oath on the Holy Scriptures. This oath was then enough to convince the court of his innocence. It was not until October 4th, 1531, that Charles V intervened in person to put an end to this absurd custom.